Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to High School Hoops with your hosts, Steve Collins and Jake Stager.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm so excited you decided to join us. Before we jump in today, I'd like to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the most innovative, technological machine you'll ever find, and it's so easy to use. We have 3 of them. We love them. They're always giving to the community, but they're always innovating on their own products too. So go over and check them out. Mention Coach Unplugged, and they'll give you $400 off for Coach Collins. And also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It is the one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's got everything you need to become a better basketball coach. We always tell our players that we want them to work on their craft while are you working on yours. And that's one of the ways I've worked on my craft. It's something, from someone that's coached a nationally ranked team, that has won numerous state titles, that has done those things. This is what, I spent several years putting this together of things that I could share with the world to make coaches better. And the roadmap will take care of it and will walk you through everything you need. So go over and check it out. And just in closing, if you like this podcast, go over and check out High School Hoops. Go over and check out the 5-Minute Basketball Coaching Podcast. Go over and check out Funnel Down Defense Podcast. All of them are great. And leave a 5-star review. We'd love that. All right. Have a great day. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about some practice thoughts I have had. I love practice. Maybe it's because I love teaching too, but it's probably my favorite part of basketball, because it allows me to develop them both from a philosophical standpoint, from a cultural, from identity, from life lessons. Can I do that in a game? Yes. But practice really defines what we are, who we are, not only as a program, but hopefully as individuals and stuff like that. So I'm going to just give some thoughts about practice. I know a lot of us right now are winding down when it comes to practice, but I think it's always an important philosophical thing and a point at which we want to do it. So first of all, you have to be clear and have clarity in your practice intent. What are you trying to get out of? Like, I'll give an example. Like tomorrow we play, I'm recording this on a Sunday. We're going to play on Tuesday. So Monday, I have one day. I have to be clear and precise on the specific things that we need to get better at. And so I have to have clarity and I have to have intent. And that's, as part of the teacher, that's part of my job to have that. So that's number one. Number two is it has to translate from practice to games. And there's been lots of written about this. But I think all of that is important as an educator, as a teacher, all of those kind of things. And the next one I would put is you have to communicate and connect. greeting, and I've talked about this, greeting your players when they walk in, being warm, but being demanding, loving and caring, but have expectations. And I think both of those things um, is important. Next thing is find solutions. Your team is a horrible 3-point shooting team. They won't go to offensive glass, whatever. I think it's our jobs as educators and coaches to find the solutions. And I think practice will inform you, will tell you what you should be doing and what you should not be doing, what you're good at and what you're not good at. I want evolution in every practice. That's a big part of it. And here's this is just some general thoughts, some practice general thoughts that I have had. And you can agree or disagree. And I'd love to hear people's theories or thoughts on some of these, but every player should feel like they got better. Doesn't matter if it's your best player or worst player. Every player should leave that gym feeling like they got better that day. Like no different than my classroom. I want to feel like when they've left my classroom, they've become better at statistics. Every practice is your clinic. Every practice is the point at which you can experiment, where you can explain, you can teach.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
And everything you do in practice should add value, whether it's getting free throws, whether it's pre-practice, whether it's post-practice, everything should add some sort of value. And as a subcategory of this, I think thinking about special situations, out of bounds plays, and I'm working on some really cool stuff with situations. That's the next thing. Another thought that I've had around practice is the player should bring the energy. Sometimes I have to bring the energy, but the players should bring the energy. It's your game day. It's the energy that you bring. It's all those little sound bites. So, and I refer to this, and this is another random thought that I've had. It is sound bites, but it's TikTok. It's quick. It's 30 seconds. It's 60 seconds. It's, giving quick feedback and letting them know what they're doing well and what they need to improve on. So there's always a life lesson to be taught. There's always a lesson in during practice to be taught. There's always something that we can do in terms of practice. One last thing, last couple thoughts as far as practice goes. Consider the 80-20 rule. We talk about this in my stats class. We always invest 80% of our time on 20% what's important. So we got to think about, what really wins games, not turning it over, effective field goal percentage, rebound, the factor of 4, those kind of things. What really wins it? You want to do everything. We all lose games and we all win games, but you don't want to lose your team. And I can speak from example. This year I got a very young team. We've hit a couple streaks where we lost 3 or 4 games when we lost some games, but I didn't lose my team. And you always want to think about that. Especially for the youth coaches that are listening to this, or even the beginning high school coaches. And I always say this, you never want to be a kid's last coach ever in any situation, because then it's you want them to love what they're doing. Another thing that I've said often is, write things down. I use Practice Planner Live, and I can give you a discount code for that if you're interested, but I still do paper practice plans because I'm always writing things down. I always have my little black notebook with me. And I think it's important. As I'm coming to the sunset of my coaching career, I'm I have a lot of gratitude for all the time I've spent in that gym. I'm enjoying every road trip. I'm enjoying every game. I'm enjoying every experience I have with my players because I love them, and it's what I do. So they're just some thoughts as far as practice and practice planning goes. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.